Hey everyone, how's it going?
Hi.
It's Taylor and Denise here, and we're super excited to welcome you to our first episode of the Vivid Lifestyle Fall Focus.
Woo.
It's gonna be a great day. Maybe if you look around a little bit, you might be able to tell what we're gonna talk about. I don't know, we'll see. What are we looking at today, huh?
Well, you know, fall is that time of year where you feel cozy, and there's tons of wonderful food and family, and the holidays are coming up, and the leaves are changing, and the weather's getting colder. So there's one thing that you see all over in stores for decorations. You carve it, you eat it, you know what it is. It's pumpkin! Pumpkins are one of the things that remind us, and I'm sure several of you, that hello, it's fall time. Pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin pie, pumpkin decorating, you know, all sorts of different things.
Even when it's 100 degrees out, right? You take that first sip of pumpkin and you're like, no what? It's fall.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that I'm sweating profusely.
But now, Californians, the weather is cooler and it really feels like fall. So we're gonna tell you more about pumpkins than you've ever learned in your life. And it really is interesting. It's a really fall favorite that, you know, there's tons of things. We're going to kind of plug Trader Joe's as well, because they have some very cool, unique things that are all pumpkin all the time. And the coolest thing is when you can get them now, you can't get them all year round.
Right.
You can only get them right now. So hopefully you guys will go out and try some of these things and feel super fallish.
Absolutely.
Okay?
So we're going to do a few things today. As she alluded to, it's all going to be about pumpkins, but what we're going to start with is something super cool, and it's going to be the Pumpkin Fun Fact Showdown. And so this is going to be a lot of fun. We've got an insane amount of pumpkin fun facts here, and you're going to walk away from this video learning at least one thing new, and you can go and tell all your friends. You'll be the life of the party for all of your fall encounters. And so let's get started. We're just going to do a quick fire back and forth. Woo! So buckle up, and we hope you enjoy it, okay? So go ahead. What's our first fun fact?
Okay. Each pumpkin has about 400 to 500 seeds.
Whoa!
Whoa! And one of my favorite things to do when I worked with children is to go ahead, carve that pumpkin, watch everybody go, ugh, and count all the seeds. And that is a pretty accurate encounter right there. So they take between 90 and 120 days to grow, which is why it's recommended to plant them between May and July. They're high in iron. They can be roasted to eat. The flowers that grow on pumpkin vines are also edible.
Wow.
Woo!
That's super cool.
Take that.
Okay, well, I think I've got something even better for you. Did you know that 100% of a pumpkin is edible?
Even the stem?
Even the stem. Every single part of it, you can eat it. So if you want to go home, toss your pumpkin in a juicer, I wouldn't recommend it, but apparently it's okay.
And the little spiky things on the stem, that seems pretty safe.
Sure, extra fiber, right?
Yes, well, that is a fun fact. All right, here we go. So Delaware used to host something called the Pumpkin Chunkin', and they used, oh my God, they used an air cannon to fire rocket pumpkins about 5,000 feet in the air.
Wow. And
this is going to be a surprise for everyone. In 2017, there was a tragic accident, so no more pumpkin chunkin', okay?
But I don't know if they're doing this year, but the pumpkin patch in Yucaipa, last year they had a pumpkin cannon. So you can go there, grab some tickets, they give you little pumpkins and you shoot them like 100 yards at some targets, and it was a really good time. So go check out the Yucaipa pumpkin patch.
Yay.
Lots of fun.
Oh, by the way. Oh, sorry, Daisy.
Sorry, Daisy.
Our dog.
Pumpkins are 90% water, which makes them actually a low-calorie food. Did you know that you can have 1 cup of canned pumpkins for less than 100 calories? Wow.
Yes, that's
and you can eat all of them.
And sweet potatoes, I know, are much more caloric. So go for pumpkin instead.
Sure. So what's next?
All right, you ready? Okay. There are more than 45 different kinds of pumpkins. 45.
Whoa!
So they range in color. So if you go, you can see some interesting pumpkins that are red or orange or yellow, with green stripes. We have some back there. And they have cool names like Hooligan,
Ooh.
Cotton Candy,
Whoa.
and Orange Smoothie.
What's a cotton candy pumpkin look like?
I don't know. You guys will have to do some research. We'll have to go try to locate one. All right, back to you.
Did you know that over 1.5 billion pounds of pumpkin are produced each year in the United States? 1.5 billion pounds of pumpkin, and Starbucks still can't get you your PSL fast enough, right?
That's true. And
the top pumpkin producing states are Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and California. Woo!
Yes. Oh, and I didn't throw mine. Poor Daisy. Pumpkins are technically a fruit. As you know, a lot of things with seeds are considered a fruit. Even foodies, with how savory and sweet it can be, still consider it a vegetable, but technically it's a fruit.
Wow.
And it is a form of a winter squash, and it's in the family with a cucumber and a melon. So it's a fruit technically. So now you know. Ready?
And just for a point of reference, our dog Daisy is right about there.
She's getting the brunt of it.
Looking very concerned as to why there's paper being thrown all over. Did you know that Morton, Illinois, and Illinois has a special place in our hearts, right?
Yes, because we are from. Taylor's not.
I'm not. I'm definitely a California guy. Morton, Illinois is the pumpkin capital of the world.
Say what?
Surprisingly, there might be a little bit of bias here, but according to the University of Illinois, 95% of the pumpkins grown in the U.S. are harvested on Illinois soil. So it's very, very big there.
Well, you know.
Did you know that, being from Illinois, that 95% of pumpkins were harvested there?
I didn't even know anything about Morton. I didn't even know there was a Morton, Illinois.
Learning so much today.
I know. All right, this is really interesting, actually. The biggest pumpkin pie ever baked weighed 3,699 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
So there, and they showed a picture. It is pretty incredible. You can look that up. It must have taken a long time to bake that baby. But anyway, they used to use, in the colonies, they used to, not as we know them today, but colonists would cut the tops off of pumpkins. They would remove the seeds. They would fill the pumpkins with milk, spices, and honey, and then bake them in hot ashes, and that was technically the first pumpkin pie.
Interesting. Wow.
Sorry, Daisy.
Now you know. Did you know?
No, I didn't.
Did you know that 80% of the U.S.'s pumpkin crop is available during October?
Wow.
Which means out of the total 1.5 billion pounds produced in the U.S., which we just learned,
yes,
over 800 million pumpkins are ripe for the picking in the single month of October.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Wow.
Now, this is interesting. I'm going to have you read yours so I can read mine last. Okay. We're going to switch it up a little.
So, did you know that pumpkins are grown on every continent except Antarctica? A little disappointing for the Antarcticans, but...
But why are they not?
Well, because... the Antarctica is a 24/7 icy tundra, and without reading the paper, I probably could have guessed that's why pumpkins don't grow there. But
the deductive skills.
I feel a lot more confident now that we're on the same page.
Yes, excellent. All right, folks, here we go. Pumpkin pie, unfortunately, is not America's #1 pie.
What?
What do you think the #1 pie of America is?
I don't know. Apple pie.
Apple is the #1 pie according to the American Pie Council, okay? Apple takes the cake on the pie. 19% of Americans say their pie of choice is apple. However, pumpkin comes in a close second with a respectable 13%.
Ooh.
Now, let us know. You can let us know in the below.
The great debate.
Yes. Which do you prefer, pumpkin, or apple?
And she says, which do you prefer? But I think it's more like which one is actually the best pie, because anyone that knows that it's actually pumpkin pie. But apple pie does feel pretty American. And
you know, Dutch apple pie though, that's a tough one. So let us know.
We can't have Dutch apple pie. It has to be American apple pie. Okay.
I like Dutch apple pie.
Now, we hope that you learned a lot from that. We know we did. I think my biggest takeaway was that there's in fact an American Pie Council.
Yes.
And so someone had to put a lot of effort into making that coalition, and so we thank them for that, so that we can know that apple pie is Americans' favorite pie by 6%. So we're not done yet. We've got a lot of fun stuff going on. So what are we going to look at next?
Okay, so first of all, what can we do with pumpkins? What are some of the things we can do with pumpkins? Do share.
We can pick them.
You can pick them.
Yeah.
That's really fun, actually. You type it as well.
Yeah.
You can pick them. And so sometimes it's 98 degrees when we go to pick them, or apples, but you know, it's still fun.
Sure.
You can make them into a jack-o'-lantern.
Spooky. You can make like a 90s grunge band and smash them.
Smash the pumpkin. It's a pumpkin slapper. Yes, so you can, and we don't recommend that ever.
Sure.
Yes. You can bake with them.
Ooh.
So first, we're going to bring the little pumpkin.
Aww.
And Trader Joe's, many places have pie pumpkins. For whatever reason, pie pumpkins are better. They're sweeter, they're smaller. And Trader Joe's has the recipe right on here for an amazing pumpkin pie. So remember, regular pumpkin,
pie pumpkin. Ooh.
So we'll put that out here. But you can, it has a recipe. You can always look up on many sites on how to make a delicious pumpkin pie. There's even ones where you mix it with Cool Whip, and it becomes like a creamy pumpkin pie.
That's really
There you go,
cool.
number one. And oh my gosh, I'm a squash.
I'm a squash.
Oh my lord, I'm a
gourd.
Let's talk about our next thing. What are these?
So the gourds are something that is very, very special to me, okay? Ever since I was a small chap, I really enjoyed going to pumpkin patches, as most children do. But for some reason
I still like going to pumpkin patches.
Yes, as do I. But for some reason, I was just always so intrigued by these disfigured looking little pumpkins.
And the lumpier and the homelier and the scarier, the better
Now,
for him.
admittedly, part of this was probably because my mom didn't like the gourds. And so she was always
I
very...
like gourds, I just don't like the scary gourds.
She was always very confused and concerned as to why I wanted the ugly looking pumpkins. But to this day, they hold a special place in my heart. And
I don't think anything's ugly. They're just different.
And know what?
Okay.
They need love too.
They
and
do.
So know what?
Give them a hug.
Next time you're at the pumpkin patch, say, know what? I know this pumpkin is beautiful, but everyone's gonna want that pumpkin. Find the little gourd that no one wants to take home, and have that be part of your family. Okay, it's very important.
All right, well, thank you for that.
Absolutely.
All right, so now we're going to share some products, and like I said, we do really focus this round on Trader Joe's because they have amazing amounts of pumpkin items.
And we're not sponsored by Trader Joe's yet, but in a few videos that might change, so just stay tuned.
And things are reasonably, let's try that again, priced.
Absolutely.
And they're very unique, so as I'm walking around, they have pumpkin brioche bread, they have pumpkin, little things shaped like pumpkins that are filled with chocolate mousse. Okay,
yeah,
whoa.
That's cool.
And they have pumpkin tomato sauce, I mean, all sorts of different things. My son is a vegan. I don't eat meat. No, they have a lot of vegetarian vegan items that are still delicious.
Especially the last year, they've really stepped it up with a lot of stuff. Yeah.
And it's delicious too. So all you people out there, go get something vegan and try it. You will be surprised.
Yes.
And it's better for you. So here we go. The first thing that I found interesting, they have a couple of these, but is pumpkin bisque. It's soup. And it's so delicious. They have a few different types of the pumpkin soup or, different squash soups, but this one is something to try. It was highly rated.
Wow.
And it's Trader Joe's pumpkin bisque.
That sounds really good. Yeah. The next thing that we're looking at is the Trader Joe's pumpkin spice covered espresso beans. And so these look really, really good. I've always been a big fan of chocolate covered espresso beans, and so having that pumpkin in there sounds super cool. And
grind it up in a frappuccino.
Yeah, and you would get that's a great idea.
Texture.
You would get that good contrast between the bitter and the sweet. So go check these out. I haven't seen anything like this anywhere else.
And you gotta put it for them to see.
Wow.
Yes. Ooh. All right, the next thing is I love pumpkin butter.
Of
and
course.
I have not tried this yet. So this is sweet and savory, sweet and savory, lightly spiced pumpkin spread.
Wow.
So it almost looks like a jam.
Like a preserve.
Yes, a preserve. Yes. And it looked really good.
It comes in a
tasty, savory counterpoint to cheeses. I think it was supposed to be counterpart, not counterpoint, but hey, to cheeses and cold cuts. So they said it really works good on a charcuterie board.
Ooh.
So, try it.
So next we're looking at some Trader Joe's pumpkin tortilla chips. These are very exciting. Have you tried these yet?
I have tried them.
What did you think?
They're savory. A couple years ago, maybe not, they were a little more cinnamony.
Oh, okay.
But these are a little more savory, and they have actually like pumpkin seeds and whatnot in there. Hold it. There we go. And they're really light, crisp, wispy, and they can go well with like hummus or dip or like a light queso. So really, they could go with either sweet or savory. So the choice is
Did you say they'd go well with hummus?
Hummus. Hummus.
Oh, well, I just happen to have some Trader Joe's pumpkin spice hummus. Ooh.
And let me tell you, he tried this today. We both tried that. It is like pumpkin pie, dreamy hummus.
Yeah.
What do we eat it with?
Well, we had it with some, what are they?
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's cornbread crackers.
Cornbread crackers.
Those were very good. They almost taste like, to me, almost like Ritz crackers a little bit, but you get that like little bit of sweet cornbread flavor in there. So that went really well with this pumpkin spice hummus.
Apple straws that they sell at Sam's only this time of year. Oh my gosh, they're so good.
Those are very good.
And then golden grams I've eaten them with, and that's a really tasty treat. And graham crackers.
This is very, very good. It tastes like you're eating pumpkin pie, but it's not too overpowering, and it works really, really well as a dip. I was very surprised by this. Super good.
And it's healthy.
Yep.
So. All right. So the next thing, Trader Joe's. I cannot speak tonight. Trader Joe's has organic canned pumpkin. Vons has organic pumpkin. They're really good choices too. But who doesn't love Libby's pumpkin? I mean, it's been around forever.
Gotta go classic.
You gotta go classic. You know you love it, and it's still, one of America's favorite canned pumpkins. So you can do so much with this. You can put it in a smoothie, bake cookies, blondies. Trader Joe's has also, I think it's called salted caramel chocolate chips.
Ooh.
And you can do so many different things. You can make parfaits. You can make a mug cake and put it in a mug and microwave it. So many different things.
A parfait with some pumpkin granola in there, that would be very good, yeah.
Maybe some pumpkin hummus.
Ooh.
You never know. Pumpkin spread. You can just try
pumpkin
all sorts of
bisque.
things. Okay, maybe not pumpkin. But you do use pumpkin in pumpkin bisque.
Sure.
So yes, a lot of things to do with this. Cookies. They have oatmeal chocolate chip cookies at Trader Joe that are pumpkin flavored. So you can do so much with this. Pumpkin bread, chocolate chip pumpkin bread. Yum, I'm hungry. There you go.
So yeah, this was a very pumpkin vivid lifestyle Saturday for you, and we're super excited about the fall and everything that it's bringing. We're going to keep doing fall focus for you to focus on lots of cool things. It's not going to just specifically be pumpkins or things like that. It's going to be a lot of really cool things. So just make sure you stay tuned, and we're going to have a lot of fun through this series. We always appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and we
really
will
appreciate it.
We will see you next time, okay?
See you next time. Happy fall.
Happy
Get
fall.
your sweaters out.
Bye.
Woo!